Hi there, students. Liaison. Usually liaison is a noun, either countable or uncountable, but it could just about be used as a verb. I think, though, I might use the verb to liaise. Okay, liaison is communication between two different parties or two different groups, or the person responsible for communication between two different groups, particularly in the armed forces, between one army and another. So she's the liaison between the French army and the British army. She liaises between them. His job is to provide liaison between the workers and the management. She is the liaison between parents and teachers. She keeps the parents informed of what teachers are doing and tells the teachers what the parents are thinking. A strong liaison between the police and the community is essential for good policing. The community liaison officer liaises between the police and the public. Okay, so to liaise, to be the contact, to be the communication, the go-between, if you like, yeah? The person who is keeping the information flowing, or just the flow of information itself. Now, a liaison can also be used to mean an illicit romantic relationship, probably an adulterous romantic relationship, an affair, a fling. Okay, so his wife suspected that he was having a liaison with his secretary. She has had liaisons with various prominent politicians. Okay, so a liaison, an illicit or hidden love affair. Okay, now we can also use the word liaison in linguistics, and here is where I might use the word to liaison. Okay, when a word ends in a consonant that is silent, for example, door. Okay, door ends in R, but that R is just about silent. Or law, also. And then the next word starts with a vowel, and suddenly this consonant, this silent consonant, appears before the vowel beginning the next word. So, for example, the door is next to the window. The door, riz, that R, that's the liaison. Law and order. Law and order. They also call this the intrusive R, but you could do it with other letters as well, but it's most common with R's. Okay, and then finally, we use liaison in cookery as something used to thicken a soup or a sauce. For example, egg yolks, or maybe corn flour, or cream as well. Something that thickens it and binds it all together. Okay, so liaison. Communication between two groups, or the person who is responsible for the liaison between the two groups, particularly between different armies or different military groupings. Okay, we also have a liaison meaning an illicit love affair. His wife discovered about his liaison. And then a liaison in phonetics, a word ending in a silent consonant. The next word starts with a vowel, and this silent consonant suddenly begins the next word. Law and order. Laughter and fun. Okay, laughter and fun. Ran, not and. And then finally, in cookery, some sort of agent to thicken and bind a sauce together. So what about formality? So I think I'd probably give it a 6 in formality. I think it's quite flexible. I think maybe just ever so slightly formal. You might want to use the word communication informally. I think a liaison for an illicit love affair, it sounds really pretty posh. Yeah, maybe it's a bit too posh for an informal conversation down the pub. And then what about the origin? Well, liaison comes from French, liaison, meaning binding, from lier, and that in itself comes from Latin, ligatio, to bind. So there you go, liaison, communication link, illicit love affair, binding agent in cookery, and when the end of one word comes over onto another, but the final consonant was silent. So enough. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating. Giving it a rating, that looks a lot better. Subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. Liaison.